starts, I will talk. Okay, so relevant information. In this lesson, you will practice choosing the information you need to solve word problems. We will not be solving them yet, just choosing the right information. Relevant information includes numbers and other information needed to find the answer. So many word problems have extra information in them that is not necessary or needed to solve the problem. I like to call it garbage or extra fluff. They just put stuff in there that isn't needed. So sometimes they'll put like 3 extra numbers, but you only needed like 2 numbers to solve the problem. So it's just garbage. We just forget about that. We don't need the garbage. So what we're going to be doing this lesson is just finding the stuff we do need, the important things. So like if I was telling a story, so my mom asked, what did I buy at the mall? And I told her that I bought all these things, and then I went to the grocery store as well. And I told her what I bought at the grocery store. She doesn't care about that. That's not needed for the conversation we're having. We're just talking about the mall. So I should only tell her about like the clothes and shoes I buy. Telling her about the grocery store trip I took isn't related. It's not needed. So next slide. Example 1. At Harvest Foods, Jose bought milk for $2.89, bread for $1.90, and shampoo for $1.89. How much did he spend on food items? So the information I'm trying to find is how much he spent on food. So I need to find in my story problem numbers related to food. So looking at this, I have milk for $2.89, bread for $1.90, and shampoo for $1.89. So what am I going to actually need to solve the problem? The milk cost and the bread cost. The shampoo is garbage. I don't need that. That's extra fluff that's just trying to confuse me. So what you're going to do on your homework assignment is you're going to come into the paragraph. You're going to highlight the information you do need by coming up to the B, I, U, A, and then the pen next to the A you use to highlight. You can pick any color. I just need to know that when I come in and grade your assignment that it's the highlighted part. So pick a color that I can see. So that's all you're going to do for the assignment. We're not solving the problems. It's just finding the information we need. So the shampoo information I don't need because it's not a food item. Example 2. Liz bought a skirt on sale yesterday. It was blue with flowers on it. She also bought a blouse to go with it. The blouse was only $8.99. She already had some shoes. She paid $25 for the shoes several months ago. How much did she spend yesterday? So this one, I'm trying to find how much money she spent yesterday. That's the question. How much did she spend yesterday? So what did she buy yesterday? Type it in the chat. So I'm going to have you guys kind of do this one. What did she buy yesterday? What were the 2 items she bought? She bought 2 things yesterday. What were they? The story problem talks about a skirt, a blouse, and a shoes. What did she buy yesterday? Good job. Yes. So she did buy a skirt and blouse, but then it talks about some shoes, but she already had them. She didn't buy them yesterday. The shoe stuff is garbage, fluff, don't need it. So how much, the question again is how much did she spend yesterday? So I need to figure out how much the items were yesterday. And like Leslie said, she bought a house yesterday. So I'm going to come into my story problem and find the cost of the skirt and highlight it. And then find the cost of the blouse and highlight that. Because those are the 2 pieces of information I will need to solve the story problem. If I were to solve it, we're not solving, we're just finding the important information. So the shoes and the shoes is just garbage. We don't care about that. Okay, example 3. To earn some extra gas money, Ryan plans to paint the gas station building this weekend. He bought 3 brushes and 4 drop cloths for $17.98. He also bought 10 gallons of semi-gloss paint. The paint was $12.95 for each gallon. The owner of the building will reimburse or pay back Ryan for the paint. How much does Ryan charge the owner for the paint? So this question is asking how much does Ryan charge the owner for the paint? So we need to find out the cost of the paint and then how much paint he bought. So in the chat, tell me those two things, the cost of paint and how much he bought. Okay, so how much paint did he buy? You can either unmute yourself or type in the chat. How much paint did he buy?
$10 gallons.
Yes, thank you, Alexander. He bought 10 gallons, and then Leslie put in the answer how much it cost. Close. So that is the cost of the drop cloths and brushes. We don't care about that. We want to know just about the paint. So the $12.95 is how much he paid for each gallon. So the information we need for this, go ahead, Alexander.
And he bought 10 gallons.
Yes. So he bought 10 gallons for $12.95. So those are the two things I need to highlight because that's all I care about is paint. I don't care about the drop cloths and brushes. They're trying to confuse you by putting that in there. So for this problem, all you need to do for the answer is to highlight the paint and the paint cost and the paint amount. So for your guys' assignment, you're going to have story problems like this to go in and do the same thing. So you're going to highlight it. So let me show you how to highlight things really quick. Since it's a little bit different for you guys. Okay, so this is the kid view, or not kid view, the student view. And what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna click on the text box in order to get the tools for the text things. And then you're going to come here to the three dots at the very end and click those. And then the B-I-U-A, you want the pen next to the A. I know there's a pen next to the paint bucket, but that's not going to highlight. That does something with the border, and we want to highlight. So you're going to use the highlight next to the B-I-U-A. So then you'll pick a color, and then you'll highlight. You'll highlight it first, and then pick the pen and pick a color. So that's how you do this assignment. Another thing that I did for you guys is, since I know some of you aren't the strongest at reading or might not like it, I went in and put a little speaker icon next to everything. And so if you come down and press the play button on the speaker, it will read it to you, and then you don't have to read it yourself. So that might be easier for some of you guys. So the rest of the class is yours to finish this and 2.3 if you did not. If you have any questions, email me and I can help